Hi! Today I'm going to show you how to refresh your manicure, as in when your tips start to wear off and you don't really have time or patience to redo your manicure from scratch, but you still need to do something about it because they're too worn off. There's a few tips and tricks that you can do to sort of make your manicure look like new again. And I'm going to be showing you a few ways to do that. It's very simple, easy, and it saves you a lot of time from having to redo your manicure. Right now my tips are looking a bit worn off, especially that middle finger there and so on, and you can really see the wear at the tip of my nails, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe to get more videos weekly. Thanks for watching. So the first thing I'm going to show you to do, it's the simplest one and perhaps the fastest one, is just to do a French tip on the worn out tip of your nail. You can do that in a variety of colors. I've already done one in red. So what I've done is I've applied a sparkly red nail polish at the tip of this nail, which just sort of blends in together. You see the sparkly red at the end, so it covers up the worn out tip, and it looks like a fresh manicure again. And then I would just put another top coat so that it conceals the line between the newly applied polish and the old one, and it just sort of revitalizes the look of the nail. You can also do that in a diversity of colors. I have some gold colors that I like to use, or some silver as well, especially if it's around Christmas time or a special event, you want to look a little more polished. What I try to bear in mind though is that if I use that remedy, well, I would call it a remedy, I don't expect it to last another full week or so, because the tips were faster than the rest of the nail polish in the other areas of the nails. So it's really just a quick touch up just to last me for another day or two until I redo my nails. But this would be as if say for example I ran out of time to do my nails, to go somewhere, to go out, or to go to a special event, and I don't really have the time to redo my manicure and I need to do something about it, then that's what I would do. Alright, I'm just going to quickly do the tip in a different tone so that you can see what it looks like. I'm going to show you how it is with the gold tone, so that you have an idea what it looks like. It's always a good idea to use a well-pigmented nail polish to do this, because it's going to be covering spots where there is no nail polish whatsoever. So it is important to make sure that it's a very, very well-pigmented nail polish so that it covers up and we don't see any dents underneath the nail polish. There we go. So I'm going to do this one in silver. So I just go and quickly do a tip. Here we go. I am no professional at this. I'm just sharing some tips and tricks, and I welcome your ideas, by the way. If you have any ideas, comments, or anything. There we go. So that's what it would look like with the silver tip. A little more fancy looking, I guess. Alright. So the other thing that I use when I have to do that is a Crackle nail polish. Since it's a Crackle polish, it gives it a nice finish, so you can't really tell where there's nail polish where there isn't. And I'm going to show you the effect of it right now. So I'm going to put it on that middle finger where I have a great big lack of polish, that big chip there. Okay, so I'm going to use a white Crackle in this situation. Use a thin coat of it. So it automatically will cover the chip, because it will obviously, part of the nail polish is going to cover the chip, and if it cracks where the chip is, it will still look like it's, you know, a blend of nail polish with the Crackle mixed in it. So that's the result of it. And also I find that when I apply a top coat, the top coat has a tendency to sort of smooth out imperfections and camouflage in some sort. So it's also an easy thing to use. In case the Crackle wouldn't cover it very well, I think that eventually with the top coat it would sort of smooth things out and make it less visible. So this is what it looks like with the Crackle. I think I probably went on with the too big of a coat because I would have liked to see more red showing through. I probably just loaded my brush a little too much, but it's, you know, the idea of covering the chip is there, so the end result is what's expected. So another thing I like to do is do the stamping, what's commonly called as conad. So it's just nail stamping that I like to do as well. I use a full nail image. This is a Born Pretty image plate, QA25. It's got animal prints, so zebras, giraffes, whatever it is. This sort of a marble effect. And so what I do is I pick one of these and I stamp it in black on my nail. Or white, as for that matter, doesn't really matter, but I think that with red, black would look really good. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to show you how it turns out. There you go. So I'm using the nail polish for stamping from Born Pretty. Bought it a couple weeks ago, and it seems to work better than the regular nail polish, but you know what? It's really not a big deal. If you have regular nail polish, just use regular nail polish. It will do the same trick. So I'm just stamping my nail right now. And this is what it turns out to be like. I kind of missed my center. So I'm going to give it a try in a different nail. I do find that the stamping works best for the full nail if you have shorter nails, because sometimes the image plates are too small to cover the image, to cover the whole entire nail. So you have to sometimes double stamp, and ends up being much more work than you really need it to be. And so you do this, especially if you have a short nail. So here you go, I've stamped this nail, which is a bit shorter. It turns out to be a lot better, and it covered quite nicely the imperfection of where the chip was on this nail. There you go. So my last tip would be to do a sponge application with some sort of a texture or sparkle glitter nail polish. In this case I'm going to be using Zoya Pixie Dust in China. This one's actually a texture nail polish. I haven't tried to do any kind of sponge application with it. I'm going to try today, see how it turns out. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm going to apply some on the sponge. Because it is just one color, I don't need a big huge sponge. I'm just gonna really you know, apply a quantity here. There we go. And I'm just gonna dab it on. I'm actually just gonna do the whole nail, but I'm going to concentrate most of the application on the tip and let it sort of gradually decrease towards the top of the nail. I wouldn't call it a gradient, but if you would have to put a name to it, it's, yeah, sort of like a gradient application. I would think that one application would be enough, but I'm just going to do another coat of it, just to make sure. I'm going to put more so here at the very tip. I find that glitter nail polishes tend to chip a little bit faster, and that's why I like to put more at the tips than, you know, anywhere else. And if you find that you have too much on your sponge, you can also dab it off a little bit on your, you know, paper towel or so. So I'm just gonna do that now. And there we go. So with this one, it's optional. You can do a top coat or no top coat. Since it is a texture nail polish, you know, usually you don't put a top coat on a nail polish, but that is a texture nail polish, but it's really entirely up to you. I'm going to put in a top coat just so it smooths everything better, and it camouflages the chip a little better as well. So now that I've cleaned up my the contours of my nail, I'm going to put a top coat. There we go. I like to use Sèche Vite as a top coat. I think it works quite well, dries fast, and it works well for me, as per se. Now, I think that with this texture nail polish, it's going to look really sparkly and fancy. If you like to have your nails well done and always, you know, shiny and such, and you don't mind having your nails overdressed, if I may call it that way, then, you know, it's a good option because it gives you good coverage. It looks very pretty, and it will probably last longer than just a French tip. But anyway, I'll just show you the results. So we have the sponge application. Just one thing I wanted to add about the sponge application also is that the fact that it requires quite a bit more cleanup than if you were to do the other ways that I've showed you. So it probably takes a bit longer to do that. If you're just in a hurry and want to do a quick touch-up, it's probably not the best route to go, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the best coverage. You have the Crackle, which is showing on this one. You have the French tip in red, in silver, and in gold, and you have the stamping, which I'm going to show you both. Actually, this one didn't turn out too good, but this one turned out quite all right, and the stamping. So don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Tell me what you think was the best option to refresh your manicure. Any suggestions, positive criticism is welcome, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.